At some point in your life, someone explained where babies come from. Maybe it was your parents. Maybe it was a teacher. Maybe it was the internet. But nobody ever told you what ancient humans actually knew about it. And the answer is stranger than you think. For 300,000 years, humans had babies, billions of them, without hospitals, without doctors, without any understanding of biology. They didn't even know what caused pregnancy. Not really, not for most of human history. The connection between sex and babies, what scientists call the knowledge of paternity, took thousands of years to figure out. Think about that for a second. 9 months is a long time. A lot happens in 9 months. You hunt, you move camp, you survive a drought, you catch an illness. By the time a baby arrives, the moment that caused it feels like ancient history. Some anthropologists believe early humans thought women became pregnant from spirits, from rivers, from eating certain foods, from the wind. This wasn't stupidity, this was logic. Without the concept of cause and effect over 9 months, what would you think? There's a tribe in the Amazon still studied today, the Bari people, who believed a baby could have multiple fathers. Every man who slept with the mother during pregnancy contributed something to the child. More fathers meant more hunters, more protectors, more food. It wasn't random, it was a survival strategy, and it worked. But let's go back even further, because before any of this, before culture, before strategy, there was just biology. Ancient humans were extraordinarily fertile compared to us. No birth control, no fertility problems caused by modern diet, no stress from electric light disrupting hormones. The average ancient woman had between 6 and 8 children in her lifetime, but only 2 or 3 survived to adulthood. This is brutal. But this was human life for almost all of history. So how did they actually do it? Where? When? With who? The answer depends on where they lived and who they were, because ancient humans weren't all the same. Some lived in small bands of 20 to 50 people. In a group that small, everyone knew everything about everyone. There was no privacy. Not really. But there were rules. Almost every ancient society anthropologists have studied had them. Rules about who you could be with, who was forbidden, when and how. Incest taboos appear in virtually every culture ever studied, even the most isolated. This wasn't taught. It seems to be wired in. Scientists call it the Westermark effect. Children raised together naturally lose attraction to each other. Evolution found a way to protect the gene pool before humans even understood genes existed. But here's where it gets really interesting. Ancient humans may have been far more deliberate about reproduction than we give them credit for. The oldest known birth control? Over 4,000 years old. Egyptian papyrus texts describe pessaries, mixtures of crocodile dung and honey, inserted to prevent pregnancy. Did it work? Probably not well. But the fact that they were trying tells you everything. Humans have always wanted to control when they had children. What about childbirth itself? Because that's where things got dangerous. For most of human history, giving birth was the single most dangerous thing a woman could do. Without modern medicine, roughly 1 in 100 births ended in the mother's death. In some populations, it was worse, much worse. But they didn't do it alone. This is important. Humans are one of the only species on Earth where other members of the group routinely help with birth. Anthropologists call it cooperative breeding. It's part of what makes us human. Grandmothers were especially important. The grandmother hypothesis suggests older women stopped having children so they could help raise grandchildren instead. This may be why human women live so long after menopause, something almost unique in the animal kingdom. You are alive right now partly because your ancient grandmothers decided their grandchildren mattered more than having more babies. So what do we actually know about how ancient humans understood all of this? The Venus figurines. Over 200 of them. Found across Europe and Asia. Some dating back 35,000 years. Exaggerated hips, large breasts, swollen bellies. Nobody knows exactly what they meant. Fertility symbols, goddesses, self-portraits carved by women, Prehistoric pornography. Archaeologists have argued about this for over a century, but whatever they were, someone cared enough about fertility and birth to carve them from stone and carry them across continents. That tells you something. Reproduction wasn't just biology to ancient humans. It was sacred. It was the most important thing that happened in a community. A new baby meant the group survived another generation. It meant someone would carry the fire forward. It meant everything. Modern humans have made reproduction clinical, scheduled, sometimes even outsourced. We've removed most of the danger, most of the mystery, most of the ritual, and in doing so, we may have lost something, not the danger. Nobody wants that back. But the understanding that bringing a new life into the world is extraordinary, that it took 300,000 years of humans surviving, struggling, loving, and losing, just to get to you. Every single one of your ancestors managed to find someone, reproduce, and keep that child alive long enough to do the same. The odds were never in their favor. And yet, here you are. That's not nothing. That's everything.